On August 7th, we will be able to take the fight to the first Necromancer with the Necromancy skill release. That is quite soon and that is very exciting. And in this video, I want to give an overview on everything that's going to be changing in RuneScape and mainly how it will impact the game. So, let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Velric and today I want to be talking about everything that's going to be changing with Necromancy and the impact it will have on RuneScape as a whole once it releases on August 7th. I want to be talking about the release date, I want to be talking about some stuff regarding preparation, and there will be an interesting little thing at the end of this video. But little disclaimer, no, I don't have any extra information. I did have a meeting last week regarding the feedback that we gave at Jagex whilst we were playtesting it, and I will dive a little bit into it in this video as well. But if you're going to enjoy it and you are excited for Necromancy, definitely smash that like button. Join in the discussion in the comment section down below. What parts are you excited about? What of the requirements do you find interesting or, you know, didn't you expect? And yeah, subscribe if you're new. There's going to be a lot of Necromancy coming your way on this YouTube channel. So let's just jump right into it. So first things first, let me address something that if you follow me on other socials, links in the description by the way, you will probably have seen, but that's my reaction to the release date, and well, here it is. What is the date? What is the date? Rising? No way! Oh, that is terrible! I hate it! No! No! If you're wondering, why did I react like my life was ending and like I'm over dramatizing the release date and that this is terrible for me, well, I'm gonna go on holiday on the 31st of July till about the 18th of August. Thankfully, I'll be home at the 11th, but at that time I was gonna spend some time with my girlfriend, but that's not gonna really, I mean, I'm going to, but I'll have to be playing Necromancy. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, oh well, you don't have to, blah blah blah, it's, you know, personal life is more important. But then again, also when it comes to YouTube, like I'm in a space where this could really be a golden opportunity to really grow, and it would be a bit stupid to pass up upon. So I'll have to figure it out. But besides my own personal quarrels with this release date and everything that's going on around it, it is really exciting and to me very impressive that they can release it on August 7th, because them not giving a release date till this late on means that they are very sure that they can release it at that date, because quite frankly what they have been telling us is that they want to take the time that they need on the skill and want to actually release it in a good state, right? At least that's the impression that I got from my conversations with them. That's not like a direct quote or something, but that's like what my impressions was of what they told me. And the fact that they release it on August 7th means that they are sure now that they can release it in this state. And that means they've been working really hard, because the build that we saw last week or earlier this week for when I'm recording this video compared to what we played was already dramatically different. And regarding the feedback that we gave, unfortunately I cannot delve into like details. Hopefully so in a future video, and I can definitely say that some of the feedback that I gave has been directly implemented into the game, which is really sick. But we'll touch on details later on. But pretty much what it was really good to see is that I've been saying from the start that Necromancy right now at the current state that we played it in was a 7.5 out of 10, and it had a potential to get a 9.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. I don't think there's something like a perfect skill. I think there's always room for improvement, but to me Archaeology is a 9.5 and I feel like Necromancy could be on that level and maybe even get a 9.6 or whatever. And obviously all these numbers are arbitrary, it doesn't really matter, but right now, as of the build that we saw, and unfortunately we haven't been able to play it yet, but it's already an 8.5 and it is looking really promising. And that's me just judging it because I haven't played it. I think when I played it's probably a 9, maybe even a 9.2 or whatever. And yet again, these numbers are so arbitrary and I'm just throwing them out there, but it's really good to see that the feedback that we gave them was implemented in one way or another. And them being open for it is also a really good show for the future, because if you are not aware, and it's in the news post, is that they will be taking a lot of time out to actually be able to improve Necromancy after release. So I don't know what time frame they're going to be doing it in and to what capacity, but I believe that the plan is to give it like proper attention, and they want to hear from you guys, and that is like the most important thing. And I think that's one of the things that will change RuneScape moving forward, is them working with the community again, and in something so big as a skill, and actually listening to us as players in this small sample size, but also when the game comes out in the future, or well, next month, they will be listening to us. And I think that will be a huge change for RuneScape and everything that is on with the future, because if they see that this works, they will do it more in the future, right? Because let's say we have a feedback point on Necromancy, like let's say this one type of ability or this one way of dealing with monsters is a bit cheesy and it kind of takes away from the fun of Necromancy. And everyone say like, sure, it is fun to do. Okay, let me give an example, right? And I know this is a bit of a poor example, but I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. Let's say the ice prison at Nex, right? It was designed to be a 2-player thing where one player got frozen in the ice prison, the other one had to break the ice to free the person in the ice prison. But with modern updates, we can figure it out with like the vulnerability bomb, or we could just out-eat it, etc, etc. Obviously, Nex was a pre-EOC boss, and there's all these things going for it, but let's take the ice prison just as an example in this theoretical that I want to be presenting to you guys. With the ice prison, it was never meant to be popped with a vulnerability bomb, right? It was never the idea to have that going, and that mechanic of the ice prison is flawed now, because there's no point in it, because it doesn't really like affect you. Let's say there's something in Necromancy that is working like an ice prison. I'm not saying like an ability, but like, let's say something like an ability. I'm saying not like an ability and then I say an ability. Let's say an ability is just very cheese or it's broken or whatever. And everyone in the community is saying like, oh, this is not unfun because it's too powerful, or, you know, it's useless because you cannot use it anymore. Or you could just, you know, work around it, like the potion at Nex. Then they can change that. They can affect that. Or when the progression, for example, with the XP curve regarding the limited XP rates that you get at Necromancy due to how the leveling system works. At least, as I said, that's what I saw in the build that we played and stuff, and I'm allowed to talk about, is that, you know, when you start off the skill, you get 50% of the regular experience of a monster. If you get 100 XP, you get 50 instead. And let's say that curve just takes too long, or it's just, you know, not rewarding enough, then they can change those things. And I think that is just really, really good that they are open to listen to us on that and actually are willing to change things. And I've already seen it firsthand that when you guys see the things that they change, you will be very impressed. Because I was just sitting there like, oh, you changed that? No way. Wait, you added that too? Wait, you added that too? And then they build on top of the feedback that we gave, which is their own ideas, to make it even better. And speaking about making it better, I hope that it makes it better for new players. Besides the accessible combat system that will hopefully teach you combat from start to end, and actually, you know, when you get to the levels, be a good necromancer or a good PVMer, it will also have something like a final enemy. It gives you something to work towards, because the first necromancer will be your big enemy. It is something that you will be, you know, introduced to from the early start. That is the enemy. That's the guy that you want to defeat. Here are your tools, train it up, do the quest, and eventually you will be able to take him on. And he will obviously drop the, like, later on upgrades probably and other stuff. But for the, like, quest line stuff and the story, it gives you a reason to train the skill instead of just get it to 99 so you can destroy Vindicta or Ambi or whoever, right? It actually gives you a reason to train it. And there's probably going to be logical progression in it as well. Like, I have seen the tech tree. I'm still not allowed to show you the tech tree or like the upgrade tree with skill points, etc. But from what I know is that there's a reason to upgrade certain things first over other things if you want to go for a certain style or certain way of playing. And I think that is very, very interesting and very, very exciting for RuneScape. And that might draw in a whole new audience of MMO players that are more into upgrade trees, because let's be honest, that is a very common feature in a lot of video games when it comes to MMOs or RPGs, or even non-RPGs now have like upgrade trees and whatever. And I hope just that everything like this and everything in combination will work towards introducing RuneScape and its combat and its interesting bosses and eventually its lore to new players and maybe old players that are returning, or maybe even players from old school RuneScape. Because even if they just get into the lore from the Necromancer, they might be inclined to explore other lore within RuneScape, because lore in RuneScape is really interesting and really good. Or when they get into the combat system, they might want to try out the other combat styles. They want to try out all the amazing bosses that are out there in the game. And I feel like those are very, very important things for the future and the growth of RuneScape. And just in general, it's very exciting, even for players that have been playing every single day like myself, to have something new to do, have a new style, have new areas to explore, have new things and whatever. And I found it very interesting on the list of quests where the Fremnik sagas were actually named as some things to, you know, have done beforehand, which I find very intriguing. Like, why would that be? Like, I generally have no idea. And Ghost Ahoy was there as well, so I am begging they will do something with Portfast Mattis, because let's be honest, Portfast Mattis is the first thing, at least to me, that comes to mind when I think about Necromancy, Ghost, and everything. But regarding some prep, there's a really, really good guide from Iron and Raxor, which I will link in the description if you want to like have a proper prep guide. But I'm going to be doing some prepping as well. I'm going to get like a couple hundred of each bones. I'm going to get all the armor sets as well. And I'm going to get some Slisk armor too, which apparently is going to be working with Necromancy because it's hybrid armor. So you start off and you will pretty much straight away have tier 85 augmentable armor, which is sick. And regarding that prep, and I know that if you're watching this, you know, enjoy my content and you actually appreciate listening to me, at least I hope so. I'll be doing a little mini-series on this channel where I'll be uploading pretty much as soon as I have an episode regarding the preparation that I'll be doing from scratch. It will be literally Necromancy set from scratch. I'll be streaming it as well on Twitch live in the description. Like, the first episode will literally be after this video, so if you watch this before 7 PM European or 5 PM game time, then you can still, you know, come and tune into the stream and see me do it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a Necromancy set from scratch and see if I can get all the items that I've listed, like the armor sets and stuff, like subjugation, all the bones, the wool, the bars, etc., before Necromancy comes out. And if I have time and I have extra like time to play, pretty much, I'll be going for appraisal as well. But there's a slight chance because it's literally is one bill. I'm able to afford it, don't get me wrong, and I will afford it once Necromancy is out, but maybe not of this series. But yeah, that is pretty much the prep that I'm doing, and I'm very curious to hear what prep you are going to be doing. Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and if you are excited just like I am, subscribe if you are new. My name is Valric, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Good